Depending on the character's roles, some liberties to keep the plot moving are unrealistic. What I'm focused on is learned behavior, something you see over time. That is why I like series, because it starts to develop a character into a person and it constrains the writer into how the character can react. If you violate the spirit of the character, then you soon will find interest in the books will disappear. While the thoughts are inspired by the book, it does not imply the writer intended to inspire the thoughts I have. Much of the intolerance from the LGBT community and feminists today is reminiscent of the rigid, conservative thought trying to over-control every aspect of life in the early 70s and 80s. Government used to harass and threaten those that just wanted to live their life, not hurt others. While it concerns me the LGBTQ community is embracing all the ideology of those that forced them in the closet in the 70s and 80s, I also must point out that today's conservatives should realize this mess might be mainly on the liberal side. They were taught by the old-time conservatives and they learned the lessons too well. I advise the left to be wise enough to realize that the path they are following today will turn, and those you demonize and shame today will not change what they think or believe while you convince yourself. Everything is fixed. Eventually, all you drove underground will come out stronger than ever, and the left will not be prepared. They will ask, what happened? Hate cannot be stamped out. It must be allowed to die out naturally. Just like individuals, we all have an expiration date. Hate can as well if you do not feed the flames with fuel. What the left is doing today is only allowing a new generation that would enjoy destroying all you stuffed down their throats. Is your goal only to take care of you or make society better? If it's about you, then do as you are. You might get lucky enough and die before society turns on you. If you want hate to be tamed and possibly die out, then you need to focus on not creating a new generation of hate. And that means realizing that while you can do something, it might not be wise to do it. Ignore human behavior and think you can rip it out, and then you will only bring sorrow to us all. While the thoughts are inspired by the book, it does not imply the writer intended to inspire the thoughts I have. The attempt is to start a discussion and get people to think about human behavior from the perspective of the closet. How this might lead to problems that make friends or partners or even business relationships difficult. I can understand why some would dismiss this effort. I find reminders in how the characters behave with memories of my own experiences and then explore that aspect. It's meant to start people to think. It is not meant to imply I am right. If you do not share the ideals with others, then how will you know if you're right? When talking, the focus should be on challenging and exposing your ideals, not in changing other opinions. That would only lead to frustration, since the only person you can change is yourself.